This weekend, we are expecting the super flower blood moon total lunar eclipse. It's a mouthful, but it's going to be pretty cool. The shadow gives the moon a striking reddish hue. That's why lunar eclipses are called blood moons. Even those out of the viewing area can tune in for NASA's live stream to see this eclipse. And for us in the central part of the United States, the eclipse will start about 9:30 on Sunday night. Excuse me. Colorado is a perfect state to stargaze, by the way. We have lots of wide open spaces. 5280 magazine Home's May issue is on newsstands now, and it breaks down where and how to best enjoy the night sky in the state. Magazine editor Jessica Larusso joins us on Zoom this morning. Jessica, good morning.
Morning.
So how did you choose the places that you featured?
Yeah, so anybody who goes camping in Colorado knows there's a ton of rural places, wilderness areas where you have great stargazing. So for this story, we really focused on places that are actively protecting and preserving the dark night sky as a resource, and have formalized that commitment by getting certified by the International Dark Sky Association, which is a nonprofit based in Arizona. They take applications from places like national parks, but also like towns and cities.
So what do you have to do to qualify as a dark sky place?
Yeah, it's a pretty intense process. The basic things, it depends a little bit if we're talking about a populated town versus, a nature preserve. But, the basics are making sure you turn off any lights that you don't need at night. Those that have to stay on, shield them downward to make sure the light, is going to the ground where it's being used. You want to swap out light bulbs for a kind of a warmer, yellower light instead of that bright blue, which has been shown to be a little more disruptive to wildlife and human health. So those are things, by the way, you can kind of replicate in your Denver home, right? And which is helpful for bird migration and the wildlife living in your yard. But then parks and towns also have to do public outreach, hold events to kind of educate people about dark skies. And I think what's interesting about this is that getting the certification always kind of starts from a place of wanting to reduce light pollution. But rural towns in Colorado are starting to understand that if they get the certification, it can help them attract stargazing tourists and the dollars that are associated with that.
I think that's a big deal. Yeah. What are the best stargazing places in Colorado?
So number one, top of the list has to be Westcliffe and Silvercliff in southern Colorado. They were the first to become an international dark sky community in Colorado back in 2015. So they've really had time to kind of take on stargazing as part of their identity. You can get a dark sky mocha at the coffee shop in town. You can stay in a little motel called the Dark Sky Suites. And they have this really passionate, dedicated group of amateur astronomers there that built an observatory on like a little bluff on the edge of town where they hold star parties all summer long. And so you can go and they'll let you look through the telescope, show you planets and distant star clusters and all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah, I know some people that live in Westcliffe. That is a big deal there. So what else will stargazing enthusiasts find in your story real quick?
Yeah, so much. We've got dark sky photography tips, whether you have an iPhone or a DSLR camera. We've got events, including a festival in Crestone later this month and some, lunar eclipse viewing opportunities this weekend. Just a lot. We're really lucky. 80% of Americans can't see the Milky Way from where they live. So we're lucky to be so close to so many places where you can.
All right, 5280 magazine. Thank you very much, Jessica. Appreciate it.